Hi, welcome back to Flux Yoga. My name is Daphna. Today we are getting into a really fun, quick hip opening flow. You're not going to need anything besides your body and your mat. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're getting started on our backs here. So you could just spin yourself to look towards the front of the mat. We'll place our hands behind our thighs, take an inhale to roll the shoulders back here. And as you exhale, slowly roll yourself onto the back. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, the knees apart, and place both of your hands on your belly. Allow your eyes to close here as you take a nice big breath in. Try to really fill up into the belly. And an exhale out. Let's take just a couple more breaths here. Allow the breath to live in the nose. Every inhale and every exhale happens from the nostrils here. And just feel the weight of your knees as they pull towards the ground. Just allow the facial features to become soft and easy. Notice if you are already feeling an intense stretch in the inner thighs, just allow yourself to send your breath in that direction. So really try to visualize yourself kind of breathing into the groin and into the inner thighs here. As you take just a couple more breaths, allow the rest of the body to become soft and easy, releasing any tension that might be kind of building up in the shoulders and in the lower back. We'll take another big breath in right here. And another big breath out. Really good. Slowly begin to blink the eyes open, reach the hands down towards the knees and close off the knees here, feeling that release from the inner thighs. We'll step the soles of the feet to be hips distance rather. And the arms will stretch forward towards the feet. Squeeze the shoulder blades in towards one another, ironing out the lower back on the ground. With your inhale, scoop the hips up off of the ground, lift up into bridge as the arms reach back overhead. And as you exhale, lower the hips as you lower the arms back down. Let's repeat that 2 more times. So with your inhale, scoop the hips, reach the arms back. Exhale, lower the hips and lower the arms back down. And once again, let's inhale to scoop the hips, reach the arms back. Exhale, lower the hips and lower the arms back down. On the next time, you'll inhale, lift and scoop the hips off of the ground. Keep the hips lifted, but lower the arms down along the sides of the waist. See if you have a little bit more room to walk the shoulder blades in closer to one another. We'll take a big breath in right here, squeeze into the glutes as you press the hip bones up towards the ceiling. Heel toe the left foot towards the midline of the body, so a little bit closer to the right foot, and then pick up the right foot from the ground, flex the foot, come into a figure 4 shape with the legs. The right ankle will cross over the left thigh. Press your hips up towards the ceiling. You'll take an inhale right here and an exhale out. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly and gently release the hips down to the ground, coming into your reclined pigeon. Your hands will kind of interlace behind the left thigh or over the left shin, depending on how open you already feel in the body. We'll just take a couple of breaths right here. Nice big inhale through the nose. Nice big exhale out through the nose. Another inhale. And exhale. Really good. Gently release the hold of that left leg. Set the left foot to the outer left side of the mat. And slowly drop both of your knees over to the right. So that right ankle is still crossed over the left thigh. We should feel a really nice stretch at the top of the left thigh here. Reach your left hand all the way overhead and grab the left wrist with the right hand as you kind of pull your left arm a little further back using the help of the right hand. We'll take a deep inhale right here and an exhale out. Inhale right here and exhale out. Really good. Gently release the hold of the hands, place them back down along the sides of the waist, lift your knees off of the ground, unthread or uncross rather the right ankle from the left knee. Soles of both feet are on the ground. Arms are long along the body as your fingers reach towards the heel. Setting up for that bridge pose a second time. Squeeze the shoulder blades underneath themselves as you take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze the tush as you scoop the hips up off of the ground, and just hold here for another 2. Really push down through the soles of the feet. Squeeze the glutes to lift the hips just a little bit higher, and we'll take another big breath in right here where we are. Exhale, heel toe the right foot over towards the midline, so a little closer to the left foot. And then slowly pull the left knee in towards the chest, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, creating that figure 4 shape with your legs, and really press your hips up towards the ceiling, feeling a really nice opening through that left hip as well as that left glute. You'll take another inhale right here. And exhale, slowly lower the hips down towards the ground. Keep the figure 4 with the legs coming into your reclined pigeon. Pull the knees in towards the chest. Either interlace your fingers behind the right thigh or over the right shin, depending on how open you are feeling here. And we'll take an inhale from the nose. From the nose, exhale. Inhale from the nose. From the nose, exhale. Really good. Gently release the hold of that right foot. Set it down at the outer edge of the mat, the outer right edge of the mat, and then slowly drop both knees over to the left. Right arm will stretch all the way back overhead, and then your left hand will catch the right wrist as you kind of pull it a little further up and back. Really good. Breathe into that right hip flexor, into the right IT band. The outer right thigh should be feeling really good right now. Could also feel intense. That's not a bad thing. We'll take another deep breath in and another deep breath out. Really good. Now slowly the hands will come back down along the sides of the body. Pull the legs back through center, uncross your left ankle from the right thigh, and hug your knees into your chest. Just give yourself a little squeeze here, a little rock from side to side to massage the lower back. We'll take a big breath in here, and a big breath out. Really good. Let's place the hands behind the thighs and slowly rock yourself up into a seat, using as many tries as you need to rock yourself up into that seat. Swing your legs over to one side to come into your tabletop position. Palms of the hands rest underneath the shoulders and the knees rest underneath the hips. We'll move through some cat-cow here. So with your inhale, the belly drops, lift the tail, lift the gaze. Exhale, round into the spine, tuck your chin in and tailbone under. Inhale, belly drops, tail lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, round into the spine, push the ground away, tuck your chin in. And just one more. Inhale, belly drops, tail lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, round into your spine and really push the ground away. Good. With your next inhale, come into a neutral spine. Tuck all 10 toes under. Downward facing dog. Let's press the hips up and back. And just give yourself a moment here. Start to pedal out between the legs. Give yourself an opportunity to kind of check into the body. Notice how things are feeling in there, how things are feeling in your hamstrings, how things are feeling in your shoulders. Just notice where you're meeting yourself right now. And we'll take a big breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, reach your right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Really try to lift the leg up high, feeling a really nice stretch through the left hamstring, feeling the activation through the right leg. Let's take a big inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, round and curl, squeeze the knee to your nose and step the foot between the hands. Lower the back knee to the ground and untuck those back toes. Low lunge. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up and overhead. And let's just take a couple of breaths here. Feel the opening through the left hip flexor, so through the top of the left thigh, and feel the activation through the right leg. Take another big breath in And a big breath out. Really good. Slowly bring your hands to your waist. So we'll come into a sort of moving lunge. The way that we're doing that is we'll kind of back off of this lunge, and you're going to step the right foot in a diagonal of the right hip, and then the right foot will step to the side of the right hip, and then we'll move back through the diagonal and bring the foot back to center. So we'll repeat that 3 times. I'm gonna walk you through the whole thing. We'll do it all together. If you're feeling like it's hard for you to balance, curl those back toes under. It'll really help you kind of grip the ground beneath you. So we'll take a big breath in here. Exhale, step your right foot to a diagonal of the right hip, and then send your hips in that direction. The chest does not move at all throughout this kind of sequence. Lift back up, and then step the right foot to the side of the right hip so it kind of aligns with that left knee, and then send your weight into that hip, bring it back, step back into the diagonal, and lean into it. Bring it back, step back to the front of the mat, and lean into it. Let's repeat that 2 more times. If your left knee is feeling a little kind of crunchy here, you can always pull the side of the mat so that it folds in, and you can rest your knee on it. You can see the way that I just did it now. Really good. So let's do that 2 more times. Back up, step into the diagonal, lean into it, your chest looks forward. Back up, step to the side, lean into it, and bring it back through center. Step to the diagonal, lean into it, back up. Step to the front of the mat, lean into it, back up. 1 more time. To the diagonal, lean in, back up. To the side, lean in, back up. To the diagonal, lean in, back up. To the front of the mat, lean in. Really good. Inhale, stretch the arms back up. Exhale, place your hands on the inside of the foot. If you folded the mat, you can unfold it here and rest your knee back down. Right hand comes to the right knee. Gently push the knee away from the midline. This can feel like an intense stretch for you, so if you feel like you're kind of at your max opening in the hips, then hang out here. However, if you feel like it's available to you and you want a little bit of a deeper quad stretch for that left quad, for that left thigh, reach back with the right hand and grab the left foot from behind you as you gently pull it into the heel, or into the glute rather. Let's breathe here for another 2. Good. Let's take 1 more big breath right where we are and stay for the exhale. Beautiful. Gently release the hold of that leg if you grabbed the back foot. Right arm will sweep all the way forward and stretch it straight out in front of you. The left hand will follow. So this is kind of like a long lizard shape. Just allow your hips to kind of soften towards the ground. Keep the arms strong as you push the ground away from you. We'll take a big breath in and a big breath out. A big breath in, big breath out. Walk the hands back in. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, right foot meets the left in a high plank. Take a breath in that high plank. Exhale, send it up and back into a downward facing dog. Really good. We'll come into 3 floating dogs. So think of an upward facing dog, but with your toes tucked. With your inhale, start to round into the spine, shift your weight forward into a plank. And as you exhale, squeeze the tush, micro bend your elbows, lower your hips to hover off of the mat. Inhale, peel the chest open as you look up. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and send it back into your downward facing dog. Let's repeat that 2 more times. So with your inhale, ripple forward into a high plank. Exhale, squeeze the tush, lower the hips, micro bend the elbows. Inhale, heart and chest peel up. Exhale, chin to chest, downward facing dog. And just 1 more time, inhale, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, squeeze tush to lower hips, a little bend in the elbows. Inhale, open through the chest, think of upward facing dog. Exhale, chin to chest for that downward facing. Let's take a nice big breath in, big breath out. Another big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Left leg will lift all the way up towards the ceiling for three-legged dog. Really push down through the palms of the hands, feeling that really nice stretch through the right hamstring. Extend the left toes a little higher. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the knee to your chest and step the foot between your hands. Gently rest that back knee as you come into your low lunge. Inhale, arms stretch all the way up overhead and breathe here. Noticing the stretch at the top of the right thigh as well as the activation of the left leg. Let's take a nice big breath in, big breath out. Another big breath in, big breath out. Good. Gently back off a little bit as you place your hands at the waist. If you did it last time, tuck your right toes under. That'll help you with your balance here. So again, we're just gonna kind of back off here. Step your left foot to the diagonal of your left hip. Lean into that left knee. Bring it back through center, and then step your left foot to the side of the hip. Lean into the left knee. Bring it back through center, step to the diagonal, lean in, back through center, step out in front of you, lean in. Back up to the diagonal, lean in, back up to the side, lean in, back up to the diagonal, lean in, back up, straight out in front of you, lean in. I'm sorry I didn't mention, if you need that extra support for your knee, you can always fold up the mat here. It creates a little bit more cushion. Now for the last round, you'll back up a little bit, step to the diagonal, lean into the knee, back up, step to the side, lean into the knee. Back up, step to the diagonal, lean into the knee, back up and step to the front of the mat, lean into the knee. Really good. You'll take an inhale to stretch your arms all the way back overhead. And exhale, lower your hands to the inside of the foot. If you folded up the mat, unfold it here. Untuck your back toes. Place your left hand onto the left knee and gently push that left knee away from the midline. So again, you have the option of staying here if that's what you did on the first side. However, if you want that deeper quad stretch, and if you did it on the first side, you reach back with your left hand, bend the right knee to grab the right foot, pull the heel towards the glute as you breathe here for just another 3. Good, another 2. And we'll take one more big breath in. Good. Gently release that back foot. Keep those back toes untucked, and you can rest the sole of the left foot back down. Reach straight out in front of you with the left hand, and that right hand will follow. As you come into this long lizard, breathe here for another 3. Another 2. And let's take one more inhale here. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toes under. Step your left foot back to meet the right in that downward facing dog. Really good. Let's take that floating dog just one more time to reset the hips. So with your inhale, rock forward into a high plank. Exhale, squeeze the tush as you lower the hips. Little micro bend in the elbows. Think of upward facing dog as you peel the chest open. Inhale. Exhale, chin to your chest as you send it all the way back into that downward facing dog. Really, really nice. So we already took our reclined pigeon, but now we are going to explore a regular pigeon on each side. Inhale, stretch the right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring the right shin to the front of the mat and rest that back knee down. Pigeon pose. Inhale to lift your chest here. Exhale, lower to the forearms. If you want to lower any further, you're welcome to by resting maybe one hand over the other and the forehead on that top hand. Otherwise, you feel free to stay on your forearms if that's what feels best and most accessible in your body. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Really good. With your next inhale, press into the hands and lift your chest. We're coming into a wide Janushirshasana. So what I want you to do is sit onto the right butt cheek. I'm kind of turning my back to the camera, but you'll still be able to see me. And you're just opening up to the long edge of the mat. So that right foot or the right knee rather, is bent, and the right foot is on the inside of the left thigh. We're sitting on both butt cheeks. Left leg is extended. Flex your left foot. Left hand will reach towards the left leg. Inhale, stretch your right arm high. Exhale, reach overhead as you find a long line through the right side of your body. We'll take just another 2. Push down with that right knee and really try to spiral your chest up towards the ceiling, feeling a really beautiful line through the lower right side of the back. And let's take one more inhale right where we are. Big breath out. With your next inhale, sit up tall again. Exhale, start to fold your hands out in front of you, feeling a really nice stretch into the inner left thigh. So really allow that right knee to push towards the ground. Walk the hands all the way out in front of you, as far forward as it feels good. Notice that you're not rounding into the spine, but rather that the spine is staying long. And breathe here, another 2. Good, let's take one more big breath in. And a big breath out. Really nice. Slowly walk your hands back into the body. We'll spin over the right knee again. So slowly start by turning your left toes down towards the ground. Roll over the right shin, that right knee, and step the right foot back through your high plank. Take a big breath in. Exhale for your downward dog. Really good. Finishing up with our left side. Let's inhale to stretch the left leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale for your pigeon pose. That left shin aligns with the front of the mat. Slide the right knee a little further back here as you rest it onto the ground. We'll take a nice big breath in, setting up for that pigeon. Really lift your heart. Exhale, lower onto the forearms as you breathe here. If you did lower even further on the first side, then please feel free to do the exact same here as well. And we'll breathe here another 3. Really good. Breathe here another 2. Beautiful. Let's take one more big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Palms of the hands push into the mat. Lift your chest. Sit onto the left butt cheek and slowly roll yourself to sit on both sits bones. The left knee is bent this time. Sole of the left foot is inside of the right thigh. Right leg is extended. Right hand will reach towards the right ankle. Inhale, stretch your left arm up. And as we exhale, we'll reach overhead as we breathe here for 3. Press that left knee down towards the ground. Breathe here for 2. Spiral your chest up towards the ceiling. Really reach through the left fingers. Another inhale and an exhale. Inhale, come all the way back up into a seat. Palms of the hands stretch out in front of you. We'll take an inhale to find a really long spine here. And as we exhale, we'll walk the hands out in front of us, exploring the depth that feels most accessible and best for the inner right thigh. Just notice that the spine is not rounding and rather that you are staying very, very long and lifted through your chest. We'll take just another 2. And one more big breath in. Good. Walk your hands back into the body and we're taking a straddle here. So that left leg will now extend all the way out as well. Both legs are extended to the sides here. Try to keep the spine very long and try to keep the legs active. So for me, it feels good to keep the feet flexed, but if for you it feels better to keep those toes pointed, do that. I prefer that you can stay active in your body in the way that feels best for you. So Finding the length and the activity in your legs here. You'll take an inhale, think of arching into the lower back, and as you exhale, slowly start to walk the hands away from the body as you kind of fold yourself forward. If it's accessible and if it's available to you, maybe you can lower the elbows. However, that is not the kind of goal of the posture. The goal of the posture is to keep the spine long and to keep the legs active. And so if that means that your maximum is keeping the arms extended and the palms of the hands flat, then stay there. But if that means that you do have a little bit more room and you want to explore that space, then you have the opportunity to bend the elbows and even to come all the way down and extend the arms all the way out in front of you for a pancake, if again, that is available to you. Let's breathe here for just another 2. Really nice. Let's take one more big breath in. Really good. Slowly walk the hands back into the body and bend both knees into a comfortable seated position. Really good. We'll finish off our practice today with some side stretches. So starting with your right arm, let's take an inhale, stretch it all the way up and over towards the left. You'll take a breath in right here. Exhale, round through the spine as you sweep that right arm all the way over towards the right, sweeping the left arm overhead, coming into a side stretch on the left side, and then come up into a seat. Let's repeat that another time on the left, and then we'll do it 2 more times. So that left arm will now reach up and over into a side stretch as you inhale. Exhale, round through the spine as you reach it all the way over, opening up into a side stretch on the right, and then come all the way back up into a seat. Repeating, right arm stretches over to the left, round the spine as you sweep it over, opening up into a side stretch on the opposite side, and come all the way back up into a seat. One final time, left arm reaches up and over. Round the spine as you sweep it over to the other side for that side stretch and come up into a seat. Beautiful. With your inhale, both arms stretch up overhead. Exhale, close down the eyes as the palms of the hands collect in front of the heart. Take a big breath in from the nose and a sigh out through the mouth. Inhale the thumbs to your third eye, recognizing mind, intellect, intuition. Exhale, bow the chin to the chest, recognizing light, life, and love within. Thank you so much for taking this short amount of time just to move your body, to connect to your breath, and to open up your hips a little bit. If you enjoyed this class, then please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and maybe even share it with a friend or a loved one. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.